Warzone Season 5 is now live, and we've finally been reintroduced to the last legacy Easter egg of Verdansk, which is the Stadium Executive Lounge Easter egg. Now before we get started with the actual process for this, the reward for completing this Easter egg is actually the same as before in Verdansk 2020. You'll get the ENIGMA blueprint for the CR-56 AMAX assault rifle. Not only is this not technically a new reward, it's also not a great blueprint either. It has tons of recoil and uses a 30 round mag, so using this in Warzone is not ideal. This Easter egg is also easily one of the most annoying to complete, as it's largely RNG based, and if someone takes a keycard that you need, the likelihood of you finding it is basically impossible. So to get started, you'll need to wait until Stadium has been blown open by the red laser beam. Once you can get inside, you'll need to go onto the executive floor, which you can access by various means, but the easiest way is the small zip lines outside the stadium. From here, you'll want to look for the EL21 keycard, which can basically spawn anywhere. This is what I mean when I say it's completely RNG based. Whilst the spawns are fixed in the sense that it'll only show up in a certain list of places, there could honestly be anywhere between 4 and 5 places, up to 10 or even 20. A somewhat common spawn is the executive lounge that is facing north, which is always open. Sometimes the card can be found on the side table, but most often the card will be on the floor of the executive concourse area. Once you find the card, you'll then need to head to the southeastern side of the stadium, where there's a door with a keycard reader next to it. Interact with the card reader and it'll open the door for you, and once you're inside you'll see a loot crate or two and a computer terminal that you can interact with that is going to give you a code. Now the code it shows you is going to be a mixture of letters and numbers, so here I got what I'll call X63TT8HT. So the letters here represent a missing number that we need to work out by opening at least one other room. So head downstairs or take a zip line to go down to the main concourse level. Now we need to repeat the same process again and find the CL19 keycard, and this one is harder to find. Now it can spawn anywhere around this concourse, and I've seen it on both tables and on the floor. I managed to find it on this little trolley in the corner by absolute chance, and I'm still amazed I actually managed to find it here. Once you find this card, head into the bar area on the west side of the stadium and interact with the card reader to open this door in the corner. Interact with the computer to get the next code, and what we'll do here is merge the code with the first one that we got from the executive level. So the code I got here was X6H1T8HT. So if we look at the two codes we've been given so far, we can see that T actually equals 1 and H equals 3. So if we merge the numbers together, we actually have X, which we don't know what it is, and then 6311831. So because X must represent a different number that hasn't been used yet, that means we need to try using the following numbers, which are 2, 4, 5, 7, 9 and 0. Spoiler alert, in this instance X was actually 0, so my actual code was 06311831. Obviously it goes without saying that this code will change every single game, so don't default to trying my code here because it probably won't work. Right, so you might be wondering, how would you find out what X represents if you want to get the full code? Well, the parking level below the stadium also has a keycard called P216, which I managed to find only twice. Once it was in the away team's changing room behind building 2, I think it was, and I also saw it at the bottom of a stairwell in parking level 1. I strongly recommend that you don't try and find this one because it could be anywhere in the parking level and it's just too difficult to find. If you do find it though, you can head to the P2 parking area, which is located in the north corner of the stadium. Once you have your code, you'll then need to head back up to the locked executive lounge on the executive concourse, which is on the south side of the stadium. Walk up to the keypad and interact with it to enter your code, and once you've put in the right code, it'll be accepted and you can head inside. On the table will be the ENIGMA blueprint for the CR-56 AMAX, and congratulations, you've just completed the last classic Easter egg, and by far one of the most annoying Easter eggs in the entire game. As I said before, this blueprint is not great, and it does look good, but it's not really something that you should be using in-game if you want to win gunfights. But having said that, enjoy your new blueprint. Thank you for watching this far into the video, and of course thank you to all of my channel members for your continued support of the channel. It really means a lot to me. Please remember to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye!